Hello there. Good morning and happy Monday. I know some of you are possibly on vacation and some of you are working today. My office is actually working today, and this is a crazy view of me, so hopefully it's not too annoying and too distracting. And here's why. Here is life, people. So I am, committed to doing these Facebook Lives, and I'm going to try to set it up a little bit for you. There you go. Committed to doing these Facebook Lives, and I am doing them. And we've had, I do most of them in my office, but I think that I have to have a root canal, which I've had almost nothing done in my mouth. I have extraordinary dental health, and my first cavity I was like 27 years old or something, and I've only had 2 since then, and apparently someone didn't fill the cavity well. Anyway, long story, but I knew I was probably going to be in the car today, and so in knowing that I was going to be in the car today, I have purchased all of these amazing camera mounts, and they work really, really well. And I did one in the car the other day. Well, I bought one for Melanie's car, and I had to take Melanie's car today. We had to, for long story, because of a child and which car they like to ride in. Many of you have children and have those kind of things happen. And so this mount won't work on anywhere, on the window. Here's what I don't understand. How can people sell something that doesn't work? Like, does anybody test it? Like, is anybody going, 3 of us tried to put this on a mirror and it wouldn't work. We tried to put it on the window and it wouldn't work. So I'm a little annoyed by that. So anyway, I kind of have it jammed in the corner of the car, and so that's our deal today. That's how we're gonna make this work. So anyway, obviously the one in my car is working brilliantly. I'm gonna order a second one of those and then release the drama. But I share it with you because, guys, all of this is annoying. It's all hard. It's like, I know you guys are like, I'm supposed to do video today, and I'm, supposed to get out my social media post, and I need to plan for a training or a sales call or whatever, and you can't get your Zoom to work, and your login has changed in something, and you don't understand why it's changed, and you're trying to figure that part out. And I'm sitting in a parking lot going, oh great, I'm going to throw in sorry, there's going to be crazy shadows because the sun's right in my eyes, and that's not safe. And I'm sitting in a parking lot thinking, oh, this is going to work and easy, and I've planned my morning so well, and even though I had to go figure out what the hell is wrong with my tooth and find out I have to have a root canal, and it's so annoying, I'm prepared and I'm ready and I got this. And then it doesn't work. The technology doesn't work. The thing you've bought to make this easy doesn't work. It's just, I get it. Every day in business is a little bit of a challenge. And so it's not about, do you get it all right? Is it all working? Is everything perfect? It's about, do you keep going? So here I am. I'm committed to a Facebook Live at 10 o'clock. I also may be getting pulled by a cop because I was just speeding and I didn't realize I was. Won't that be fun to have on Facebook? And in addition to that, nothing is perfect. It's really not. Nothing is perfect. Maybe I'm not going to get pulled. And oh my gosh, is this like just my day to just talk? What is it called? Stream of consciousness? Because I literally, this is a good lesson for me, and to say it on Facebook Live, there's a place down from my house, and I am constantly catching myself. It's 35 and I'm constantly going like 45, and I realize that you shouldn't be. So good reminder, pay attention to speed limits, pay attention to what you should be doing. Be a safe driver. I'm a fairly safe driver because I'm a bad driver. This is also true. I have content today, I swear. I have something I'm going to share, but I've got so many things on my mind and I have no one else to express them with in the car, so I'm going to share them with you. I am a safe driver because I'm not a great driver. So Melanie says the reason I'm not a safe driver is because I'm usually driving 3 miles under the speed limit. And because I've never been a great driver. It was so great living in New York City because I never had to drive, and for 15 years I did barely drive, which was so great for me. Anyway, so things just don't go right? It's like, oh my gosh, I realize I'm speeding, and oh my God, am I going to get pulled over? And I'm trying to do a Facebook Live, and we all are humans and we have things to do in our lives, and I've got to go to the dentist and check this out, and I'm going to go to the office, and I'm doing a video that I didn't know I was doing today, and it ended up on my calendar in a weird place, and so I didn't really prepare or dress for video, so I've got to go to the office and figure that out. But here's a trick. If you have a physical office, I always keep hair stuff, makeup stuff, everything there that I can at least semi get things to look decent if I need them to. And I have a Driven ink hoodie, so worst case scenario, if I don't look amazing, I can always be at least in a branded hoodie. So it's not easy. And in addition to things not being perfect and easy and always going your way, another piece of this is that you don't have to try everything. And what I mean is, I've been seeing a lot of things, just like, in the morning I get up and I'll scroll Instagram for a few minutes, and there's all these things that are like, take risks, right? Do things you've never done. It won't work unless you're risking. And sometimes you don't have to risk. And sometimes you don't have to try things that you've never tried or do things that you've never done. And sometimes it's completely okay to do what you know works, or do what you're comfortable with right now. Now, it doesn't work to only do what you're doing and not get a result that you want to get. But if you have something that's working and you're getting a result that you want to get, then you don't always have to be jumping into the volcano. You don't always have to be risking. And I share that because I was thinking about this root canal thing, and you hear people say all the time, do things you've never done before. And I thought, I've never had a root canal before, and I could have gone my whole life and missed that opportunity and missed that experience. I've shared this a couple of times because I thought I know it was meant to be funny, but it really caught my attention meme when Jessica Drzakis posted a meme that said, every deceased body that lays on Mount Everest was at one time a very driven, goal-oriented person. Sometimes maybe just calm down. And so I share this with you today because I wonder how much time you're spending and how much energy you're spending on going, I'm not, I need to do what these other people are doing, or I haven't tried this before, or I need to shake it up and do this, or I need to risk and do that. And sometimes it's about really capturing the understanding and the data and the information of what does work and what you do enjoy and what does make sense. And I do a lot of that these days because over the last couple of years, my business has shifted and changed, and I have different goals. And after my son was born, I was less driven to hit every single business goal and more driven to create a business which the goals I hit would allow me to spend more time with him. We bought a cottage in Maine, and we're actually rehabbing a part of that right now. And I'm just so excited to go to Maine this summer and take some time off and not work, or do work light. I mean, I own my own business. It's very rare that I'm not working. And I wouldn't want to do that. I want to, but there's intensities of working. So it's one thing to be working and doing my client calls and working with my private thing to be, crazy in the middle of a launch or a sales strategy or something like that. So I'm so excited to go up and have 4 to 6 weeks, depending just on, chilling a little bit and really connecting with my clients and working with my private clients and with my driven business schoolers and the work that I do there, but not be as intense. And so that means that a part of the time is that I'm making sure I'm doing what I know works, and I am maintaining that, and I'm keeping it going. And that's not necessarily going to be the time for me when I'm risking and trying some of the hard stuff. I mean, maybe it will, right? I mean, we can't predict every single day and every single morning and everything that's happening. But I'm really committed to doing what works for ease, right? For ease. And so I just want you to know, if you've landed something that works really, really well, put your energy and your effort into that thing that's working really, really well, and put less energy sometimes on what's the new thing, what's the hot thing, what's the risky thing, what can I scare myself to do. I also believe that we don't have to be scaring ourselves all the time. Listen, the world scares me enough, right? Believe me, without me trying, I get challenges and obstacles and things that pop up and things that don't work and things that I'm having to figure out and resolve and fix. So sometimes it's a time for me to really challenge myself. Sometimes it's a time for me to really risk and to go, oh my gosh, this may not work and this may totally bomb, and I got to be emotionally and financially and physically and spiritually prepared for that. But sometimes it's the time just to let things work. To let things that can work. And maybe it's because you're spending time with parents who need you, or children that need you, or maybe you are focusing on something personally for yourself that you want to make sure you have that time. And whatever it is, it's okay sometimes not to be taking the huge leap into the deep end. You're like, I'm dog paddling, people. And I'm happy and I'm floating on my back right now. And I don't have to take a huge leap into the deep end, because for a few months, I'm floating on my back because this works and I'm getting a result that works for me. Now, a lot of times people will use what I'm sharing with you right now against themselves. And what I mean by they'll use it against themselves is that they will go, yes, I can't put too much pressure on myself and I can't risk too much. And then they're sitting around not getting off the start line, not getting a result, not making the money they want. Guys, that's when you got to be hustle extraordinaire. That's when you got to get your shit together, and you've got to go out there, and you do have to try some of it all, and you have to keep going, and you have to persist, and you have to throw in additional challenges and obstacles for yourself, because you got to figure out what works, and you got to figure out what works for you and what you can get a consistent result from. But once you do have data and you've got the experience of getting some consistent results, you can on occasion float on your back. You can on occasion go, right now, I need to get my child through this transition. I need to get my mom through this surgery. I need to get myself through this personal thing. I need to get myself through this health thing. So I know that X, Y, and Z gets me X, Y, and Z result. And I'm going to put all of my energy and my effort and my time and my focus on that, because I know the result it gets me, and I don't have to shake it up with a lot of new, hot, risky, difficult things that it's going to cause extra stress, take me extra time, and could cost me extra money. And that's what freedom in business is. So when we talk about having ultimate freedom, when you start to truly understand your business and how your business works and the pieces of it that work and what doesn't work, that's when you get truly ultimate freedom. Right? That's when you get truly ultimate freedom, and you are able to use what you need to use when you need to use that. And it's almost like you get gears in your business, right? It's like, I've got reverse, I've got drive 1, drive 2, right? I've got turbo boost, whatever that looks like. And that really is the ultimate freedom. And I share this all the time with folks, because I think we think of freedom as your business is just running. Oh, you have ultimate freedom when everything is working in your business and it's just running and everything is happening like you want it to happen. And guys, that doesn't happen for hardly anybody. I mean, that does not happen for hardly anybody. Everybody is having to get up every day and tweak their business and figure out their business and determine what works and what doesn't work and what's going to get me the result that I want to get now. Because here's the other thing. The result that I want to get today isn't necessarily the result that I want to get a month from now or 6 months from now, right? And that is truly the idea of running your own business and there is not a place to park in my parking lot. You would think I own the company. You'd think I could park somewhere. See, your day doesn't always go like you want it to go. it has imperfections, right? You know, you get to work and you can't find a parking space, and not everything is working for you perfectly. So bottom line is that you have to start thinking about what works for you at the time you need it to work, right? We go through stages and ages and different experiences, and it's gonna keep changing, and our lives are gonna keep changing. And goodness, don't we all know that you're gonna get ultimate surprises. Okay, that is a parking spot that I thought was a parking spot. It's not. It has a big median in it. So guys, see, what you're doing is you're just experiencing my chaos. You're experiencing some of my chaos. And, you know, these are all the things that can make you crazy. These are all the things that can make you feel like you're having a shitty day. And I don't feel at all like I'm having a shitty day. I feel like we need more parking spaces. Although that is true. When we first took this office space, I said, I'm telling you, there's eventually, if you rent the other space, going to be an office parking problem. And look, there is, but it's all right. I have a space now. So what works for you now? What do you need right now? What you need today? Hey, Gladys. I see so many people here. I didn't say any good mornings this morning because I was driving, but Letitia and Felicia and Audrey, good morning, everybody. And so you just got to figure out, what do you need right now in your business? So is this a time for risk, or is this a time for settle and consistency? And either is okay, as long as you've learned your business, the data of your business, the ebb and flow of your business, the rhythm of your business. So you don't have to try it all. You don't have to do it all and be it all. You don't have to risk it all. Sometimes risk is the right thing, and sometimes it's about knowing what works right now, what you know you could do and get a result from. And that's where you want to put your time and energy, because you know how to pace that. You know what it costs. You know what the results you get. And it's okay. You don't have to be in dangerous risk mode all the time. It serves its purpose and it has its place. But sometimes the place you need to be in is in the consistent, I know the outcome, I know how this works place. Okay? So I'd love for you to share in the chat, like, what do you know works in your business? What do you know that you can do over and over again and it works? You can get a result and you can pace it and you can predict it, right? So you can use that effort and that strategy when you've got some things you're going through, when you've got some things you need to get through, when you've got some personal things taking up some more space than business things, because that is ultimate freedom. All right, everybody, I made it to the office. Here, wait, let's see, because this crappy thing isn't even working. I made it to the office. Can you see our office over there? It's not the best. Sorry, light, but that's our office over there. We're attached to a coffee shop. Yeah, I'm in the parking lot, so you can't see much more there. But anyway, I'm here. I hope you are where you're supposed to be today. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. for 100 Days of More. Bye, everybody.